Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Michigan here with another replay for you. And it's another ELC replay in a very unlikely matchup on a very unfortunate map. I'm here in a tier 10 battle on Himmelsdorf. Pretty much two of the things you don't necessarily want to see in a tier 8 tank. Now the ELC EVEN 90 is great against tier 10s. As a matter of fact, I prefer tier 10 battles because it's more credits and XP when you shoot high tier tanks. However, when you're on a city map where you're really not going to be able to scout, it's quite an unfortunate map to be on. So, as you know by the title of this video, this is either going to be a very good game or it is going to be a very rough one, and I guess you'll have to wait until the end to see which one it is. I've titled other videos before this, like this as well. So, right off the bat, there is another light tank, the G-SOR, the tier 9 British light, going over there, and my goal for this battle is I'm just going to sort of hang out. I want to see maybe what early shots I can get, and then I'm going to utilize this very nifty 3-round autoloader that hits for 660 damage per clip, or 220 each, to maybe take out some of the higher tier tanks. Now, right off, we spot a Hori 2 and a Minotauro, and I do not want to deal with that. I'm going to have to dodge this T-49. I cut in a little bit, maybe just trying to throw off his aim. Looks like he hits the dirt in front of me, so I guess mission accomplished there. Team is deploying fairly normally, except for we're quite light on this side. So I'm actually going to kind of go away from this area. I don't really want to be over there where the Hori 2 and the G-SOR is, let alone the T-49. And I'm just going to kind of play a different area. So I'm going to get quite aggressive here. I feel that maybe I can use this autoloader and shoot through some of the buildings. So I'm going to stay as far to the left as I can, and I'm going to work to the middle. Now, there's a couple of holes in this area where enemies can shoot out, but where they can shoot out, you can also shoot in. So, right now, my eye is on this Rheinmetall Borsig. Now, I'm not even thinking about going for the Vipera or the KV4 or the Object 260. The VZ thanks me for whatever reason, maybe because I cleared it out for him, and you can see I'm kind of looking for him, but this tank is very small. So right here, I'm going to let the VZ take the inside. I don't really want to be over there, and I'm going to kind of get in his way. I didn't expect him to back up, but he can push me out quite easily. And take a hit from the T-49. The Rheinmetall Borsig fires. I'm going to get one shot into the Borsig, and then the VZ is going to finish him off. I guess another vehicle also shot him. I'm not quite sure which. I've got 2 rounds left, and now I'm looking for the T-49. Most of the tanks are lit. In fact, they all were lit at one point, so I think this T-49 is quite isolated. And with the G-SOR putting that one shot in, I know that I have 440 alpha, so I have a good chance of being able to finish him off. I'm going to high roll the first one for 235, and then the G-SOR will put one in, and I'll finish him off with the last 34 hit points for my first kill of this game. Now the team is neck and neck pretty much. They were up hit points, and they were down, and now they're back up again. Now by just over 1,000, I think the hill is doing some good work there. I'm backing in here now. This was kind of a poor play by me. I kind of hung out there. I was afraid the Hori 2 and the Minotauro might come out, but I really should have just bailed while I had a chance. Now the G-SOR is going to unfortunately poke against the Minotauro, and that is he's going to finish that vehicle off. Now this should have aimed a little bit more there. I'm going to put one in, and then I know I'm about to reload, so I'm just going to throw one at the cupola of that KV4 from the rear, and then back out. This tank has quite a bit of power to weight, so it actually is quite easy to get up some of these slopes. It doesn't feel too sluggish at all. Team seems to be losing the hill, however, we're winning everywhere else. Up 1 kill and 2,800 HP. We got the ISU 152K holding down the fort on the 2 line. If the Minotaur and the Hori 3 push him, however, he's going to be in for a world of trouble. Almost flipping myself over there, looking for shots in this T-54. This is not easy shots. You can see they're yellow. And I know that T-54 is about to back off, so I just start firing. That's 2, and we're just going to throw the last one in there, and it's going to go high. These shells don't have great penetration, especially against higher tier tanks from the front. Just 175 millimeters, which will not do very much against tier 10 vehicles, so that was a tier 9. And from that distance, remember, that's at 100 meters. There was probably a 300-meter shot there, so those shells maybe at 150 to 140 pen. The APCR, it's a little bit better, 215. I mean, it's workable, but you're still only working with 900 meters a second velocity. This has got 760, so most of your damage is going to be from up close, not to mention that your accuracy is terrible. So I know that because I've got 3 shells, 660, I only need to pen 2 of these shells against the Vipera to finish him off. And I'm really just going for kills here. 1, 2, I'm going to low roll, and then I'm going to finish him off. Now I'm going to go up the hill, and then I realize there's tanks up there, and I don't want them to expect me to come up there. So I'm going to fake reverse down the hill, and hopefully, right about here, I should be unlit. That was about 11 to 12 seconds, so now I'm going to come back up. And we're going to try and see what we can find. Now, I know if that Kranwagen's up there, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble, because I can't kill him with one shot. If that Kranwagen's on about half health, 2200, that's 1100. That's 2 clips I need to take out that tier 10 Swedish heavy tank, which actually got the severe nerf recently, but there isn't much I can do. I feel that the ISU, the T-28, and the WZ-14 can easily finish off a tier 8 and a tier 10 TD, so I feel like I shouldn't have to worry about them too much. Now, looking for that Kranwagen, and I'm going to kind of go past the 0 line. Now, it occurred in my mind at the time, or if you look at the mini-map where my mouse is, that he might be hanging out in there. What is that, about F9, Echo 9? But if I go down there, I really don't want to get tangled up in that Kron. And at this point now, I didn't spot the Kron, so I have to assume maybe he's down here, but I don't see him. So instead what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go down there and help the 1-4, who has now lost the battle. He's all by himself. The Proc got killed, and the ISU left. So they're actually asking for help from me. Now I'm thinking I'm going to cut in here, and maybe I'm going to help deal with the Chieftain. And I can put 3 into the back of him, reload. The WZ took another shot, and as I go around the corner, the ISU finishes him off, which means I get lit. So now this is a bit of a rough situation here. I don't know where that Minotauro is, so I'm going to turn around, pull the handbrake. There's the Kranwagen. I don't want to get lit by him, but I want to come around behind and sandwich this Minotauro and Hori 3. We got to finish this off before the Kranwagen gets off the hill and comes down here and starts unloading into people. So I'm going to make a questionable decision here, and let me know what you think of this play. I'm going to go as wide as I can. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. One is, I don't know if the Minotauro backed off. And if he backed off and I come through in one of the openings, maybe at Delta 2 or Foxtrot 2, his gun is going to be looking right at me. So I'm trying to get distance. And there's the Minotauro, so he cut in, and I'm going to get lit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work backwards, try and get unlit, stay out of view range from this Hori 3. I'm going to crash the building, and I'm going to try and spot the Hori 3. The Hori 3 I don't think has any intention of coming in north. Fortunately, the Kranwagen is now coming off the hill, and Basante is in a terrible spot there. He's right in the alleyway where the Kranwagen is firing, and since he's out of my render, I have no idea what's going on. There's the Minotauro. I kind of have shots on the side of his turret as he angles left and right, but he's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Hori 3, and I just really don't want to take these shots. But you have to remember, the Minotauro can roll for my 608 quite easily. He rolls for 530, and with an 8-second autoloader, it's going to be hard for me to get out of the way. As soon as I fire, this Minotaur is going to light him. I'm thinking about taking the shot, but it's just too angled. Now, the Basante is definitely taking a shot. The ISU is going for him, but the Hori 3 is now coming behind the Basante. I'm too late, so now I have to hustle. The ISU is there with the Kranwagen. I have to get over here, and maybe I can finish off this Minotaur. Remember, I roll for 660. So, with 3 shells, I should be able to finish off this Minotauro. Let's see. Where is the Minotaur? There he is. Unfortunately, that shell is going to be too early. The ISU is going to finish him off. Now I've got 1 shell left for the Hori 3. Come on. Is the ISU going to finish him off? I'm surprised the ISU isn't backing off. The Hori 3 finishes. And I'm going to just sneak the shell in there on the Hori 3. And now I'm in a 1v1 versus a Kranwagen with 240-something health. 243 health. And now that means that I need to pen both of my shots, and so does the Kranwagen. I have 3 rounds, he has 3 rounds. I have to hit 2, he has to hit 2. Now, I'm loading AP. In a second, I'm going to change to APCR. I have plenty of time to work. Now, I have to think about where do I think the Kranwagen is going to sit. So, I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say that the Kranwagen, if you look at the minimap, is right there against the building in Alpha 6. So, I'm going to try and give that Kranwagen the lowest lead time, because he's going to be stationary on cap. I'm not. So that means he's going to have much better time. My dispersion is terrible, let alone on the move, so I have to get very close to him. So I want to come around the corner and be right on top of him. So I'm going to come around here, and then I'm going to make a change in my decision. I was thinking about coming in through here or this gap, but it occurred to me if the Kranwagen's sitting here, he might spot me. So I'm going to work through this area, hoping that the Kranwagen's going to be looking this way, thinking I'm coming off the hill. So let's see if I'm right or not. I'm just coming in full speed. No need to drag this out. 37 seconds. There's the Kronwagen. Not where I want him to be. He's going to hit me once. I'm going to hit him once. He's going to bounce me. And I am not going to get that shot off. And the Kron is going to finish me off with 4 health left. I'm lucky I penned the first shot. The Kron has a better inner clip reload than me. I believe it's 2.5 seconds. Where I am 2.7. So I couldn't quite get my other shot off in time. I was also flailing wildly as he had just taken my track out. So I wasn't able to get my gun on target. It was a great game to that S-Conk. He actually finished, I spoke with him after the game, he finished with 7.1k. He really did a nice job for his team. And I think, 5 kills, I was his 5th kill. So great job to him. Heartbreak for me. However, the likelihood of me being able to carry in a teensy tiny tank on Himmelsdorf in a tier 10 game was going to be low, but I had a chance, and unfortunately the Kronwagen took that away from me. That's enough talking. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. My heart was pounding. I wonder if yours was too, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.